And we are live in Altamont, Utah. Channel V6, Brandon Jones and Brett Brook, as we have an exciting matchup between the boys varsity Duchesne Eagles versus the Longhorns, Altamont Longhorns at home. And it is senior night, and there are a couple seniors on this team. And like I said, I think we're going to have an up and down pace, especially in transition in this game. And we were talking to the coaches, and there is a few injuries. The one most important, though, McCovey Jessen for Altamont is injured and won't be playing in this game. And Gavin Davis is not injured, and he's the man for Duchesne Eagles. And no injuries that Billy Hoops told us about. Brett Brook, what do you got, man? This is going to be an exciting matchup, but what are some things we're going to see here on senior night in Altamont?
No, so let's just take a good look at this. Come on, look at this. Remember back when you were a senior on senior night, okay?
Yeah.
You were embarrassed right now at this time, okay? All right, your parents are coming out. You've got your dad, your mom coming out, and some of them, this is their first time maybe coming to school, and they're like, oh, my heck. See, look at this guy right here standing there. He's like, oh, my parents are out. So you got to love senior night, man. It's fun to get all the families out here tonight.
Plus, it's an emotional time, too, because it could be your last time on your home floor playing basketball. And, emotions set in.
It's so fun. So I do love senior night here, man. It's actually really exciting. You get the families out. They're here to enjoy the game and get the support of the community.
And we didn't have any seniors in the girls matchup, and so we got the game kind of started right away. But there's about 4 of them out there right now for the Longhorns.
No, and that's awesome. So Jessum's out. Torn labrum, out for the season. They said they found that out just a couple weeks ago. And some other keys to the game for Altamont tonight. Talking with Coach, he says we got to rebound the ball. He says we got to rebound the ball and take care of the ball. So those are going to be some keys. Duchesne looking to just get rocking and rolling, right?
Yeah, the keys to the game for them, they want to get points from fast breaks. They want to get steals, and then they want to get it down the court. They don't necessarily make have a high tempo play, but they like to push the ball out of their defense, and they want to shoot the 3 tonight. I was talking about how Gavin Davis, hasn't had a ton of attempts this year, and he's so good that I'd like to see him shoot a little bit more. And Kason Grant, also a really good three-point shooter. Get these guys start lighting it up on the three-point line, and kind of like the key to the game for Altamont, crash the boards. So we'll see who comes out on top on the boards.
No, definitely. So great heartfelt message right there from a senior on the Longhorns. So now we're getting the coaches' wives to come down. Coaches' wives, you always got to have that special someone as a coach that takes the reins, behind closed doors. Being a coach, most of the time these guys are teachers full time, and then they're coaching. So, they're getting home late at night. So hats off to these guys.
Definitely. Always got to love the support that you get around the community and all the unseen things that they do. Providing food in the locker room was the #1 thing.
Definitely.
Get those orange slices and fruit cups going in the halftime. Make sure you don't get those cramps eating those bananas. But 3 minutes and 49 seconds left. Hey, man, let's talk about this game. What are some things that you expect?
So right out of the gate, I want to see the run and gun Duchesne Eagles come out. Like you said, you got the Ford brothers, Skylar Ford, Brock Ford, doing big things. They're both helping you out on points. And Skylar Ford, man, he's a great defender for the Eagles. I like watching that kid as well as Brock. Gavin Davis, the man, the myth, the legend, 282 points on the year. He's averaging 15 points per game, Brando. You do a great job providing these stats for me. I was running behind today, guys. Okay, I apologize. But Brock Adams, too, I really like him. He's a sophomore. Let's slide over here to the Altamont team. You know what I mean? You've got some big hitters. Cordell Taylor. Cordell Taylor, he's going to be a guy that they really got to get their hands wrapped around tonight. And that's one of the keys that Coach Hoop said. He said, we got to get a handle on Cordell.
Yeah, he's so dynamite from the three-point line. He's got 46 on the year, Brett.
Is that 46 threes?
46 threes.
So I want to see it rain tonight. You know, it's 9 degrees out. It could turn to snow, but I want to see some dimes drop too. So Carter Arnold as well, 112 points. He's got 8 threes on the year, you know, right there with him. 11 points per game. Makobe Jessup going to be out, so you're going to be missing that big key. Makobe Jessup too, also great size to him.
Yeah,
33 steals. So
Jesse Collins has kind of filled in for that gap and done really well against Layton Christian last week. Had a career high of 22.
Did he?
In the game. He was hitting threes, going underneath, working hard, man.
And who was this again?
That was Jesse Collins, number 20. So he was out there on the senior night.
Okay, Jesse Collins. We're going to put an asterisk by your name because I want to see what you got. I don't love the fact that someone goes down on an injury, okay, but it happens. This is what happens in sports, and this is where you get to see some stars come out. You know, they have to, in sports, that's what happens. An injury takes place, and then somebody has to fill that void, whether it be this guy or the next. There's always going to be another guy that steps up and fills that void.
Yep, and then their point guard, Jacob, too. I mean, he's been great, too, on the defensive end especially, and then gets it out, and they get in transition and get buckets. You know, Layton Christian is a really, really good team, and they put like 80 points on every team they play. And so it's tough to gauge how good of a team you are when you play Layton Christian, or you find out real quick. And you can stay with them, and all of a sudden they'll score 20 in a quarter, and you're done. And that's what kind of happened with Duchesne and Altamont when they played them both times this year. And so when I'm watching Duchesne and Altamont, very physical team, very good defensively. This is an outstanding matchup that will be a close game. And in the Duchesne game, it was 35-30. Altamont got the win in Duchesne, and you can guarantee Duchesne will want some revenge on their home floor.
So do you believe these two teams match up well then?
Oh, yeah. I think that we'll have a really close game just like we did last time. And, you know, the records are really close with overall, 8-11, 5-17. 5-17, and then 4-5 in region is Altamont, and 2-6 is Duchesne. As they are about to announce the starting lineups here for the Eagles, is Kason Grant, great three-point shooter, runs the team very well, and then Gavin Davis has just a really good, outstanding scorer for Duchesne. Jaron Mortensen, he's only been back about 8 or 9 games since the injury. He got injured in a state football championship game against Milford and is just getting back. Number 40, Trey Robinson.
Yeah, a lot of these guys
Skylar
play
Ford
for the football team as well on the Eagles side.
Yeah,
so.
Skylar Ford, number 24, fullback for the Duchesne Eagles. As the lights go out here in Altamont Arena, and Jacob 2, number 1.
Number 11, a sophomore, Cordell Taylor.
Only a sophomore, Cordell Taylor, leading scorer for this Longhorn team.
Senior, Jesse.
And Jesse Collins, like I said, coming off that big game with LCA, 22 points.
A senior, Carter Arnold.
And Carter Arnold, number 30, another senior, great player.
Caleb Beckberg.
And Caleb Thacker getting a lot of time lately with the injury to McCovey Jessen as well. A lot of guys has had to step up, and they have. And, they came off a really good win. Just a couple weeks ago with St. Joseph. And that was a game that was really close, 55-47.
Here we go. Couple of champs jumping for the ball right now. 2 and who do we got jumping for?
As Kason Grant comes out with that possession there for the Eagles, and Gavin Davis, see if they look to get him going early. as they will need him to be that scorer. As Skylar Ford, he comes in, puts it off with that right hand. And a great play by Skylar Ford, number 24 on the L&L replay.
And that's what I like from Ford. He gets he makes a living down there in the paint.
Almost a steal right there by Trey Robinson, but Caleb Thacker drives in hard.
Great defense there.
Cason Grant with the crossover, almost loses it out of bounds. He does. Cordell Taylor with the steal, and it's down to Jacob 2 if he sees a wide open Carter Arnold, but Carter Arnold gives it back to number 1, Jacob 2. And already we're getting off to the races here.
Yeah, great ball movement there. Very unselfish play from the Longhorns.
Jaron Mortensen kicks it out to Grant and doesn't hit rim, but Gavin Davis does what he does best, rebounds, put back. And like I said, this kid has really good vision to just know where his players are at all times, and then when he needs to score, he knows how to use his body and body control to get the and one up as Jesse Collins comes up empty on the shot.
And this is going to be a fast-paced game.
And Jaron Mortensen off the window, and it just doesn't find its way home as a travel right there.
Oh, tried the old Croatian step, couldn't get it to go.
And already up and down pace for both these teams, which is kind of surprising because, you know, Duchesne loves to slow it down. And Altamont, you know, they don't shy away from making it a track meet.
Mortensen establishing some posts down there.
Skylar Ford looking for somebody open. Davis.
Great defense by the Longhorns.
Man-to-man defense here by the Longhorns to start the game. And just stifling.
And I like this call to go man-to-man.
Yeah, it's definitely confusing Duchesne right out of the gates. As Cason Grant goes inside to Skylar Ford, they pick it off right there as Cordell Taylor goes up hard. And who met him at the rim right there was Trey Robinson. But did they call a foul?
So Trey Robinson got the block, and I believe they call it on Skylar Ford.
Okay, because, yeah, that was all ball at the top. As we go back to the L&L replay, Cordell Taylor goes up, Trey Robinson with the block.
So right here,
oh, right there, okay, on
catches
the
him on
putback.
the elbow, and he'll hit on his first. So that's Carter Arnold's first point of the game.
Like how he kind of holds it in his hand right there on the free throw and then tries to put it in there, misses on that second attempt. Davis is calling for a screen. Gives it back to Cason Grant. Jaron Mortensen back to Grant. Grant throws it through the legs, gives it to Davis. Good interior pass right there to Skylar Ford off the backboard, but no. And Skylar Ford makes a heady play right there. It's going out of bounds and throws it off to the defender.
Oh, those are the one play that you just, it's insult to injury always for that guy that the ball ricochets off.
Always got to watch out for the midsection right there too. Protect the goods.
Yeah, great heads-up play by Ford.
And a play into Ford.
Nice
as
defense.
Defenses again.
And that was your guy stepping up, Carter Arnold.
Davis, again, they just need to get him the ball and let him do his work as he drives hard, and you bet he's going to go to the line for two. And Jesse Collins, I think, was the one that was number 11, Cordell Taylor.
Taylor, he'll pick up his first.
See, Collins was the one that was right up there at the rim.
That was a little odd.
They gave it to Taylor, reaching in his hand, and that was a break for Altamont because that would have been a second foul on Collins.
Yeah, great camera angle from our camera crews down there on the floor tonight. That's a great look. Just off the mark there.
And a 2-point lead for the Eagles as Jesse Collins, no good on the three. Morrison goes back to Davis. Davis drives in. It looks like he was going to pass it. Then all of a sudden he went up for the shot. And some physical play right there by Trey Robinson. Gives it to Altamont here on the possession.
And here we go. Here's that full court press.
And, you know, R.J. Stansfield, it was Billy Hoops talked to us before. He said that pressure was going to come and come early, as it is right there. Taylor down to Jacob, too, diving in.
Wow.
And an over-the-back call on Robinson of Duchesne.
Robinson, 6'1", one of the taller athletes on this Eagle roster.
And that was good position by Arnold. He had position right there. That's a good call. As they get the inbound to Jesse Collins, and Collins
not afraid to shoot the ball.
hasn't found it yet. Like I said, 22 points against LCA. Gavin Davis does what he does best with the contact, draws it.
They're going to call it on the ground. Blocking foul on number 40.
You know, Gavin Davis is a really good player.
Apologize, number 30.
And at the beginning of the season when Duchesne was really good, 80% of their points was through Gavin Davis. That number has come down to about 50%.
Wow, let's see the LNL replay here. This was a great design play for the Eagles. You know, a little roll from Mortensen. Right here, just a little roll alley-oop.
Oh, wow, yeah, he got him in the air.
Yeah, that was a great play.
Good play.
It was good defense, too, but catches him on the arm, sends him to the line.
Mortensen drills that first free throw. As we talk about, one of our first sponsors of tonight's game is Ute Tribal Enterprises. Fastest growing tribally owned enterprises in the state of Utah with 9 operations. UTE provides itself in offering the very best products and services to our customers. Enjoy Cosmic Bowling at the Ute Lanes Family Fun Center. You do some bowling over there, man?
I love it. And there's a steal by Davis.
Davis
Tries to drop the dagger on him, and he's going to pick up a foul. So during that, that sponsor announcement, Carter Arnold goes to the bench with 2.
Oh, wow. And that's big time, too. He's a good starter for this team, for the Longhorns. As, you know, when we watched this game before in Duchesne, it was 6-6 at the end of the first quarter. And we're not quite there yet, but just really good defense makes it really tough to score.
And that defense right there of the Eagles is causing turnovers. So Coach Hoops recognizing what this team struggles with, and it's the full court pressure.
And I think the answer for Duchesne needs to be getting more touches for Gavin Davis inside, trying to draw that and one, as it's thrown to Gavin Davis. And wow, he draws his own contact right there.
Yeah,
No
gets
call.
away with the push there.
And a good rebound there by Jacob, 2 and 2.
And that's what the Longhorns need to do. They need to keep the bucket out of the basketball out of the bucket and just keep things moving in transition to keep that pressure off them, not allowing the Eagles to set up in that full court press.
Yeah, and Collins is looking for a 3. Cordell Taylor's looking for a 3, and then nothing to be found right there because Duchesne is stifling on that defensive perimeter.
And we did pay that guy to sit down out of the screen there, Danny. We were trying to work with you.
A rebound by Gavin Davis. Gives it over to Skylar Ford to Brock Adams. Grant almost loses it, gives it back to Adams. Adams with the layup, and uncontested layup right there.
Yeah, wide open
Good
there,
give and
Brock
go play.
Adams.
As Cordell Taylor tries to do work up on top. Jacob, too, in the post-up right now with the mismatch as Taylor drives in and gets the ball knocked out of his hand.
I believe that was Davis. Great defense by Davis, because if he did not stop that, that was going to be a great layup opportunity there.
And Davis, you know, he's been a great player all year, and he's been having issues in the first of the season of getting in foul trouble, doing a great job at the end of the season to stay in the game for his team. But in their Tabiona loss a couple days ago, he did foul out, which they had a 6-point lead in the fourth quarter and lost to Tabiona. Taylor gives it to 2-2. Back to Collins.
Whoa.
Collins.
Whoa.
Collins comes up good with the play. Brock Adams kind of slipped and fell into him.
No, that was something was on the floor. Maybe they'll get somebody over there. But
yeah, see, Brock Adams, he took a real bad fall right there. Gets up and is okay.
The sniper in the building here.
Skylar Ford, big fullback Ford underneath, gives it to Brock Adams for 3, and no.
Great rebound by 34.
Caleb Thacker. Colin loses his dribble, gives it back up to Taylor.
And let's see Taylor get going here. Cordell Taylor, he's had Gavin Davis on him all night, and breaking a sweat, and Davis doing a great job on him.
And like I said, when you get these two teams together, you know, both can score really well, but when they get these two defenses together, it becomes, you know, an Alabama LSU, you know, football matchup, a low-scoring game.
Now you're talking.
That was like 7-6. This is 8-5, but we're only in the first
hold on.
quarter.
If you want to talk about low football scoring, let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, you know, with the Patriots and the Rams. And you have two high-octane offenses, and so every once in a while you get a defensive stand, but usually not in the Super Bowl. Haven't seen that a whole lot.
I believe it was the lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time. It was, if it wasn't for the Brook family Super Bowl party, it would have been a horrible night.
Oh, man. I bet you that was a good party.
Bottomless nachos, lots of cut-off sleeve shirts. You know how it is.
And, you know, most people wanted to see the matchup of the Saints, you know, with Kansas City. But we didn't get that this year. As 29 seconds on the clock, we'll see if they get a last shot here as Jesse Collins.
Little shake and bake out there.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay, and he gets fouled. He's going to be on the ground.
And they call.
They want to travel, but he was
tied
tied up there.
Definitely a foul.
And that was on Cameron Brady, his first.
So 18 seconds, still plenty of time to get a good play and a good shot off. That's 2 to Collins. And Cordell Taylor still searching for a 3 for Taylor. Taylor just so dangerous at the three-point line. Gives it to Collins. And he's bullied there by Brock Adams. Good defense by Duchesne Eagles. Brock Adams.
Yeah, absolute big brother defense by the Duchesne Eagles. And hats off to Gavin Davis, tasked with the assignment of keeping Cordell Taylor under wraps, and he's done it thus far. Cordell Taylor scoreless, 1 foul on him, and Gavin Davis on the other side has 3 points and 1 foul on him as well. So neither of them are really going off yet, but I'm looking to see this matchup, man. What a fun night for both of those guys.
It feels like the start of that fight, but we'll see what happens here in the second quarter. Going to go to break. Brandon Jones, Brett Brook, Channel V6.
When you need windows, doors, bathroom glass, or paint, Jones Paint and Glass can help. With over 80 years in the industry, we're Utah's go-to expert for paint and glass. We offer beautiful, energy-efficient Jones Paint and Glass windows, as well as Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. We also offer top paints like Benjamin Moore and PPG Pittsburgh paints. Whether you're remodeling or building from scratch, Jones Paint and Glass has you covered.
When you hear the crash.
And we're back here at a cold night, 7 degrees. in Altamont. And we got ourselves on Facebook Live, Roku, and second quarter start 8-5. Duchesne Eagles on top.
So, no, like I said, Gavin Davis, just an absolute machine out there. 3 points on the night so far, here in the second period. And you've got your boy Cordell Taylor scoreless. He's got 323 points, averaging 15 points per game. And Davis says, no, not in this house. Maybe not in it's not my house, but it's not going to happen tonight.
And Davis right there tries to draw the and one. Doesn't get it there, but he gets the 2 points to go. 10-5. And like I said, this Duchesne team, they've had some struggles this year with their record, 2-6 in region. But, I mean, they're a lot better than that record shows. If you just watch
Nice
them.
look. Are you kidding me?
That was a great dime right there into Jacob 2. L&L replay right here to 2, and it goes right through the net. As Davis charges hard into the paint, doesn't get the fall on the rim, and a three is shot up, no good. Cameron Brady with number 20 tries to get that one to go. 3-point game.
And there's our guy, Cordell Taylor trying to make it happen. He's going to go to the line. That foul's going to be on number 20. That'll be his second foul of the night, Cameron Brady.
Yeah, and it's electric in this atmosphere. You got both Duchesne and Altamont fans going crazy, and it's electric. Sponsor that we have, Moon Lake Electric, is proud sponsor of high school sports in the Uinta Basin. Moon Lake Electric. And L&L Motor proudly serving to enter the basin by offering unsurpassed customer service along with the largest selection of new and used vehicles under one name. L&L Motor. Cason Grant. And just like that, it's a 1-point game, Brett, as Altamont comes firing in the second quarter. 6.5 minutes to go. Brock Adams goes to the hoop and can't find it. Taylor looks for Caleb Thacker. Thacker's wide open, but looks for the foul. No good there. And still just a 1-point game. As things, the pace feels like it's a little ramped up now as Jaron Mortensen goes hard up the hoop, just off the window and off the rim. As a shot right there by Cordell Taylor from deep, but comes up just short.
So, yeah, the pace is definitely picked up here. 5:50 left on the clock. Oh, and that was great defense there, and they're going to pick that foul up by Carter Arnold. So who was the last player to score over here on the Altamont side? Did you catch that?
I believe that one. Man, you're making me go backwards. Seriously,
yes,
that was like 3 plays ago. But that was Cason Grant that got fouled by Jesse Collins.
And man, that's a tough call right there. Misses on his first. Got a timeout on the floor now.
I think it was free throws over there by Cordell Taylor is what you missed.
Is that what it was?
He was at the line.
Oh, yeah, Cordell, he went to the line.
My short-term memory only goes back that far.
Yeah, and he gave him the 2. That would be his. So good call on that. Way to go to the L&L Rewind on that to Brandon Bones Jones, if you will. So hats off to the B6 media crew here, man. They do a great job behind the scenes. You got Alex, you got Mr. Oplenop, you've got Elliot doing big things. You got
don't
the
forget
big
about our
granddaddy.
Leader, man. Like
The granddaddy.
Dale Allred.
Dale Allred
does it all for
the
us.
The granddaddy of media. Dale the Hammer Allred. Oh, and don't forget about Danny.
Oh, and Peter Sanders.
Peter
you know,
Sanders,
he's my
yep.
boy.
That's
I
my
work
boy.
at Jones Paint and Glass. I'm the manager at the paint department in
Oh,
Roosevelt.
throwing around titles now.
Well, and he's the paint manager in Vernal.
And I'm head of sanitation at Petrotech.
Hey, and Jones Paint and Glass is one of our big, sponsors. So
And they are. Whenever you hear the crash, think of Jones Paint and Glass. Remember that.
let's sing it.
Okay, here we go. Full court pressure. Full court pressure. Oh, and that's going to be Davis. And that's one of the things that I see with Gavin Davis. You know, he's just all out. He gives you everything he has, and that's what he'll do. He fouled out the last time we saw this matchup.
Yeah, all of these players on both teams, that's what they're known by, the physical play and just playing hard to the end.
Nice hustle there.
As you see him wrestling on the floor. And speaking of wrestling, Altamont, great wrestling team. And right now they're at playoffs. And a lot of people aren't here right now because you're watching wrestling.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And that was an awesome exchange right there. I mean, everybody on the court was on the floor. The ball had syrup on it. Nobody could get a grasp on it.
As Carter Arnold gathers here, so maybe he slows it down. No, as Justin
defense.
Sorensen goes in and gets contact, but nothing on the foul call from the refs. As Casey Grant for three, it looked online, just wasn't there. Adams calling for an isolation screen. Been really good tonight. Brock Adams, huge minutes. As number 20 kicks it out to Brock Adams for three. And, oh, man, that almost went through and a hard foul.
Whoa.
Hard foul by Caleb Thacker, I believe. See who they call that on.
34.
34, Caleb Thacker with his first foul. And, you got to get your fouls worth right there. You can't allow Jaron Mortensen to get that and one play, physical play, as Mortensen misses the first one.
No, I love the size of Mortensen. Love his shoes. I mean, he rocks it. Great football player, just great athlete. So the Eagles love having his size down low. Haven't been able to really utilize him in that post play, but he does a great job with hitting that free throw there for you.
He's getting a lot of looks at the college level
Is that
in football.
right? Is
in
that
football.
right?
He's was a great player for this team, Jaron Mortensen. And in that Milford championship game, they put him at quarterback, but he's been running back most of the time. So Casey Grant is the main quarterback for the Duchesne Eagle team, as Taylor kicks it over to Collins. Collins with a good fake goes all the way to the rim and blocked.
Nice
It's
defense.
a block party from the Eagles, and Jacob, too, is all alone but misses on the layup, and a foul is called.
Wow.
Cordell Taylor will go to the line.
Wow.
A lot happened in that play.
Yes, it did. So Taylor, this will be his second trip to the line. And two, if he had just went with that left hand, he would have had that locked in. So Cordell Taylor, 3 points on the night. That last foul was on number 20. That's Cameron Brady. That was his third foul.
And we still haven't seen a three go down for this Altamont team that has 105 as a team coming into this game. As Skylar Ford is absolutely harassed. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? That Altamont defense, unbelievable.
Yeah, that was great. I loved it, man.
Did you get that reference right there?
Yes,
oh,
yes,
man.
that's what I was saying. I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. So they'll send him to the line there in 1-1 now, huh? So in the bonus, that foul was on number 11. That's Cason Grant, his first foul of the night. And send your boy called up from the big leagues, number 20,
Jesse Collins. Nails the first one.
That's 3 points on the night for him. So similar to the girls' game, not a real high-scoring event thus far, but been a lot of defense, a lot of action.
And gets the
Oh,
second
we got
one
a
to
lane
go through.
violation.
So he could get a third chance, and it's a tie game. Could get ahead if they call it a line violation. Oh, nope, it's actually on Altamont, so they'll take it away, and it's still a 1-point game. Duchesne in the lead.
Is that right? So they take that point away?
Yep.
Hold on, they're talking about it. I won't have a second for that. So did that point count? Yes, they did. They put it up on the board.
They counted it, okay.
So I'm not quite sure what that
So our Channel V6 here has a 12-11. We have 12-12 on the score
we're going to take a timeout
in the arena. So
who hit that free throw? That was Jesse Collins. Oh, hey, before we do anything, before we move forward with anything on the screen, I've got to give a big shout out to my birthday girl, okay? Haley Brooke, 36 today. I mean, she looks 23, okay? That's my wife. All right, and I got to give a big shout out to Aunt Carol in Redding, California, checking us out on our Facebook Live feed. Aunt Carol.
Yeah, isn't it awesome that we get to, have people, watch all over the world? I even have family in England that can tune in.
Oh,
and,
quit it.
I'm serious. My mom's from England, and they came and visited. They found out that I announced stuff. They're tuned in every week.
Oh, my heck. Next thing you know, we're going to throw another shrimp on the bobby.
Plus, I'm from Wyoming. Got some Wyoming love there for my family. They're watching as Case and Grant.
Oh, nice ball movement
Into
by
Trey
the Eagles.
Robinson.
Whoa, here we go. Sorensen.
Yeah, and he's off to the races. Number 23 gets some contact right there. And that's Luke Sandoval. And they like Sandoval because he's so quick. And you can see it right there as he got down the court in a hurry.
Yeah, I apologize. I called him Sorensen earlier on that.
And Justin Sorensen does a good job, number 21 out there as well, but he is on the bench at the moment as Duchesne trying to find something in the inside. Haven't found anything really all night.
Bam!
As they hit a three, Cameron Brady. Oh my. 3-point game just like that as Cameron Brady nails that. Luke Sandoval, here's the replay. Perfect form right there, nails it. And
Here
some
we go,
scrumming,
Brady.
man. Look at that physical play from Duchesne Eagles as Jenkins.
Catch a block. That's going to be his first foul of the night. Jesse Collins.
So Caden Jenkins checks into the game for Duchesne and is immediately fouled.
Sandoval will take a seat. And here comes your boy, Carter Arnold. He's got 2 fouls on him.
Back to Grant. And Grant over to Caden Jenkins for 3. And he tries to join the party, but no good. As Cordell Taylor trying to just maybe take a breath here, slow it down just a bit. As Cordell Taylor finally gets open for 3, and no good. Maybe just a little too rushed right there.
No, and I think he sees that Davis is out. He wants some of the action now that Davis isn't guarding him.
And Cameron Brady comes up with the rebound. And, he takes that position to, guard Cordell Taylor, which is a tough guard. And a great
Nice steal by
steal.
2.
Wow. Jacob 2. And that's what he does best, leading stealer for this team.
Got some great length to him. 4 points on the night.
Has some pressure and a little bit different defense by Duchesne. Jesse Collins with the Euro and comes up getting fouled.
Trey Robinson, he'll pick up his second. And send Jesse Collins. 4 points, trying to make it 6 here with this visit.
And Mountain Land Supply, another great sponsor, has been serving the Basin for 15 years. We are a local employee-owned distribution and service expert company. We look forward to serving the Basin for many years to come.
So Brock Adams and Jaron Mortensen check back into the game. Minute 35 on the clock. And
You know,
Jesse
still
Collins at the line.
Still a defensive battle, Brett, but it's still super high energy in the building and fun game to watch as Skylar Ford comes up with that one.
That's a great hustle by Taylor.
Oh, good interior pass and a better second pass to Brock Adams.
Wow,
What
Brock
an assist
Adams
by Jaron Mortensen.
That was beautiful. There you go. There's Mortensen again. He's going to get fouled. Oh, man, that's a tough call. Carter Arnold, that's his third. That's going to send them to bonus.
As you see this replay, this was just a great pass by Mortensen, and Brock Adams comes up with it.
Cordell Taylor all in the net. You got to love that. Just good action, Brando.
Yep, and a one-on-one opportunity here still as Duchesne goes to the line with Mortensen. Misses the front end, but gets the rebound as Brock Adams for three. And it's good rebounding again.
Wow.
And, oh, wow, Skylar Ford just barely missed the shot, but it just gets it right back and makes it look easy with the putback. And Duchesne making a little bit of a run right here. Altamont got to answer as a foul is there by Brock Adams, and that will send Jacob 2 to the line. So it slows down for just a second, and then it's just up and down. It's just, I love this atmosphere. This is great basketball. Rivalry Friday night. Brandon Jones, Brett Brook.
Yeah, 46 seconds left on the clock and 2 at the line for 1 and 1. No double bonus now. So he'll get 2 shots here.
And he drills the first. And that was huge because right then Duchesne was getting momentum a little bit, and getting ahead just a little bit is detrimental to this team, because if you get a 5-point lead, it's like getting a 15-point lead because it's so hard on both defenses to get points. There's such a value on points in a game like this.
Nice.
46 seconds left.
Coach wants to talk about it before he goes into halftime. That's 6 points tonight for Jacob 2. Comes up huge right there with the double bonus shots right there. And who is number 20? Let's talk about Cameron Brady real quick. I like this kid for the Eagles. He's out there. He looks like he's got a hot hand. He's got that Steph Curry-esque, just looking ready to fire at any moment. So,
well, he's got 14 threes on the year, and he's great from the outside perimeter shot. And he's got 62 points.
Yeah, great job. It's just been an awesome night tonight, Brando, here in Altamont. It's probably, if we check the weather, Dar, again, it's probably even closer to 0 degrees out.
As the weather drops outside, it gets hotter in here with just a 3-point lead for the Duchesne Eagles. And, I knew preparing for this game and scouting that we would have a good matchup just like we did last time, as the pressure comes from Altamont this time. And it's Jacob 2 almost had it, but it's going to be out.
Wow, that's a tough call.
Wow.
That was a tough call. I would assume that was going to be a foul there on the Eagles. So Eagles catch a break there and catch another break where the ball.
Yeah, and I like rewarding effort plays, and Jacob 2 was definitely the one that made the biggest effort on that play. But it's going to be Duchesne ball out of bounds.
So 19-15. Great game right here. Duchesne going to try to slow things down and hold for the final shot before halftime.
As Jaron Mortensen just looks like they just want to kick it around the perimeter and just, you can see the coach and last shot. They want to get one possession here and nothing for Altamont. So they'll take all the time and find something open.
And both teams in the bonus as well. So.
And what's weird, you have no Gavin Davis on the floor for a last possession here as Skylar Ford comes up short. And Jacob 2 with the rebound, but not enough time on the clock. Collins doesn't see it in time, and no half-court heave. Wow.
Hey, not bad though, not bad. Duchesne's up by 4 points, rightfully so. I think they've had the better offensive. They've been great on the offensive rebounds, and then the Longhorns really putting it together there towards the end of that second period right there. You got some of the key stats right here. Jacoby too, he's got 6 points. You got Jesse Collins, the guy that stepped up for the injured McCovey Jessen, and then you've got Carter Arnold with 3 fouls. So
wow.
that's your Longhorn stat cast before we go into the half.
And a little bit of a head scratcher to me. I don't know if Davis got injured or what, but he wasn't involved in the last 6-7 minutes on the clock.
So that's a great point. I totally didn't. Let's go check the stat cast over here on him. He's got 2 fouls. Maybe coach recognizes that he's a very aggressive player, wants to make sure he doesn't foul out of this game.
And that makes sense. I mean, you definitely, if you get 2 fouls on your best player and the score is close, you're not going to risk getting that 3rd foul. So smart decision by Billy Hoops.
No, so leading scorers right now are Brock Adams with 4, as well as Skylar Ford with 4 points. So not real high scoring on that end, but the ball is very spread around. The point spread's very well spread for them.
Yeah, and like I said, if there's any kryptonite in Gavin Davis's game is that he does get in some foul trouble. And at the very end of that game against Tabiona on Wednesday, he fouled out with 4 minutes to go, and that really hurt him, and Tabiona made the win. Duchesne's been really close on games all year. They've had some really close games go to the end and just haven't found ways to win them. And even in that 35-30 loss against Altamont last time that they were on their home gym in Duchesne.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say if there's any kryptonite to Cordell Taylor, it would be the man, the myth, the legend, Gavin Davis. So Gavin Davis, when he was on the floor, had held Cordell Taylor scoreless. So let's see what happens here in this second period.
Yeah, you got to love the length and, the way that Gavin Davis plays. And, you want him to be physical. You don't want him to get those fouls. And that's why it was really smart for Coach Hoops to take him out before they get that, before we start that second half. So, I mean, I'm just seeing a big defense juggernaut game right now. And we'll see if the offenses open up just a little bit in the second half, as they usually do. We'll come back and talk about half, enjoy some halftime entertainment. Brandon Jones, Brett Brooks, shake and bake on the mic as we go to break.
Shake and bake.
When you need windows, doors, bathroom glass, or paint, Jones Paint and Glass can help. With over 80 years in the industry, we're Utah's go-to expert for paint and glass. We offer beautiful, energy-efficient Jones Paint and Glass windows, as well as Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. We also offer top paints like Benjamin Moore and PPG Pittsburgh paints. Whether you're remodeling or building from scratch, Jones Paint and Glass has you covered.
When you hear the crash,
I decided to attend USU Uinta Basin because I could stay here and keep doing what I was doing and be around my family and still be able to get the degree that I wanted.
It was important for me to stay in Vernal while taking classes and getting my degree because this is where my family's at.
Such a great opportunity that we have here in the Uinta Basin. There's great scholarships, there's great programs, it's such an amazing campus. The instructors care about you, and having that degree has opened so many doors. It's just an opportunity you don't want to pass up.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
The obstetrics unit at the Ashley Regional Women's Center offers outstanding care for moms and their babies, before, during, and after the delivery. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
I decided to attend UNSU Uinta Basin because I could stay here and keep doing what I was doing and be around my family and still be able to get the degree that I wanted.
It was important for me to stay in Vernal while taking classes and getting my degree because this is where my family is at.
Such a great opportunity that we have here in the Uinta Basin. There's great scholarships, there's great programs, it's such an amazing campus. The instructors care about you, and having that degree has opened so many doors. It's just an opportunity you don't want to pass up.
Here at Stewart's Marketplace, we are pleased to announce that we are now carrying certified Angus beef. Team that up with our Smithfield Prime Pork, and Stewart's Marketplace has the best beef in the basin. So come on over and check it out. It's a cut above the rest.
And we're back for second half action between Duchesne Eagles and the Altamont Longhorns. And wow, 42 seconds left till we got a game going on. Brandon Jones, Brett Brook.
Did you tell him about my ball that I caught?
Brett Brook just called for a ball. They're throwing balls to us, and he completely missed it. He showed his lineman skills and totally missed.
I just had some popcorn.
Oh, man, I got my popcorn ready like T.O., and I'm ready for a second half. And this is exciting basketball, even though it's just a defensive battle.
Yeah, a couple of defensive juggernauts in the building. 15-19. Let's go recap over some of our stats, though. We talked about some of the key players for Altamont. You've got 6 points from Jacob 2. You've got 5 points from Jesse Collins stepping up big. You got 3 fouls on Carter Arnold, and you've got 2 fouls on one of the key players for for the boys Duchesne team. You've got Gavin Davis with 2 fouls. We think that's why he set out the last 2 minutes of the second period.
Definitely good point. I was only counting with 1, so that's why I kind of asked that question. But now he had the 2 fouls. That made complete sense as you see him on the floor right now for the Eagles and gets his hand in the ball placement right there as Cordell Taylor gives it to Jesse Collins and misses all rim on that one to start in the third quarter. Davis gets it into Jenkins, almost.
Nice play,
That's
Jenkins.
Chin music right there. I mean, it hit him right in the
music.
face, but he regathered, put it in.
Wow, what just happened? Let's go to the LNL replay.
Well, definitely what happened, he stole the ball right there, went out of bounds off Altamont right there. So you could see him make that defensive awesome play. Gavin Davis underneath gets this guy in the air.
Here we go. Here we go, Gavin Davis. That's 5 points on the night for him and a quick 4 points.
Yeah, right out of the gates in the third quarter. 4 points for Duchesne. Altamont trying to answer here. Cordell Taylor with a perfect mid-range jumper and gets it to go through the nylon.
And Taylor stays right there with Davis. He's got 5 as well.
And can that be the start, of Cordell Taylor's night, to start getting good shots to go through?
And that's a great ball player right there, creating his own offense, dribbling, driving, and pulling up. Great offense by Cordell Taylor.
As Jaron Mortensen gets cut off there by Jacob too, so they have to kick it out and reset. Robinson's tallest guy out there calling for it underneath as Skylar Ford is harassed.
Wow.
But makes it count.
Skylar Ford, he's got 6 on the night on the LNL replay. I don't know how he made it. I think he had one eye shut. And right here, as he goes in, he just gets absolutely swarmed. Bam!
Wow.
And there you go, Cordell Taylor, he's heating up.
Yeah, like I said, we just needed him to get going, get some open opportunities, and bang, he's in at 5 points.
And he does it from both sides of the floor now.
And Skylar Ford gets it back in the paint again. Maybe a little bit too far for a shot right there as Jacob too goes hard.
Oh, and he got bailed out there. If that was not going to be a foul, that was going to be a travel, dragging the foot.
So only Jaron Mortensen's first foul.
Hats off to Mortensen with the size that he carries for having only 1 foul.
Oh, wide open play right there for Altamont. Just misses as Carter Arnold puts it up. And the pace quickens in this third quarter. 5.5 to go as Davis fakes one way, goes the other with the right hand. You betcha, you sir, Brett Brook.
Wow, that was just, I didn't see him take on any,
yeah,
Cordell didn't want any part of him.
Made it look easy right there, but man, had a lot of skill in that one drive.
No, absolutely just cut through everybody like a hot knife to butter. You almost seen him pull out the white handkerchief on that one.
Yeah, and I talked about it in the first half, with Gavin Davis having 80% of the points in the first half of the year, and drawn down to about 50% now.
Oh, and Mortensen can't believe it.
If they just get it to him more and just make him a little bit more unselfish, Davis can get it done.
So that's Mortensen's second right out of the gate here.
Second foul on Mortensen as he didn't have any in the first half.
Yeah, it goes two periods with no foul. Oh, wow!
2 gets met with the block party.
Trey Robinson.
Jesse Collins.
Again, Robinson says, not in my house. Wow.
So 2 Longhorns try to slash in the paint. Robinson will have not any of it and makes the block on the LNL replay.
Bam.
Says, Matumbo say no.
Yeah, Trey David Robinson.
Carter Arnold.
Nice
Oh,
look.
wow. Caleb Thacker with the recipient pass from Jesse Collins.
That's his first 2 of the night. Absolutely great give and go there.
Yeah, it was Jesse Collins that made that pass. Beautiful. Gavin Davis looks like he pushed his arm and extended it all the way out. Offensive foul on Gavin Davis for foul number 3.
Yep, and Coach has to set him down again. Coach, I think this is probably one of the inner demons of Gavin Davis, and Coach knows that he's got to keep that unbridled aggression.
And you know,
in check.
Coach from Altamont, Eric Watson, is telling his players to, drive hard at him, get him to get those fouls, because you know that that's his weakness, his kryptonite, as Cordell Taylor, yes, with the left hand off the window.
Okay, and Cordell Taylor had the look of an absolute animal right here on the L&L replay. I mean, he has absolutely 3 defenders on him and goes up with the left hand. Cordell Taylor, hats off to you, brother.
And has 7 points here in the second half. In the third quarter, I should say.
So 9 on the night. Wow. Cordell Taylor
and
living up to the hype.
Duchesne was making a run right there, and pushing this lead out. And Altamont's done a great job to get back in, 23-27.
So look for Cordell Taylor to say, this is my night now. Gavin Davis, while you're on the bench, watch me work.
As he throws it into Mortensen. Mortensen uses that left shoulder and puts it in with the right hand.
And I'd like to see more of that from Mortensen. He has the ability to do that every time he puts his hands on the ball.
And off the ball, if you watch, Mortensen does really good things.
Wow, what do we
with
got?
his footwork, as Cordell Taylor goes hard to the ground. And they call a foul.
And Coach Hoops just cannot believe it. That's going to be foul on 30. Sorry, 20.
And Cameron Brady with a third foul. So 3 fouls on Brady.
Brady actually has 4.
Oh, no. Wow. I was saying 3 on the board.
Okay.
So 3 for Brady and 3 for Davis. So foul trouble becoming an issue for the Eagles. As Jacob 2 goes to the rim and just off the front of it, as Kason Grant goes coast to coast on the other side, and Jesse Allen with his third foul. And that could be big for, Longhorns, having him get 3 fouls early here in the third quarter. Just under 3 minutes to go in Altamont, Utah. And another spectacular sponsor is Strata Networks. Strata brings you more local cell sites than any other wireless provider. Join the network with the best local coverage. Looking for an internet connection while you're out and about? Strata Networks reminds you that you have nearly 20 hotspot locations. Strata Networks, as Jacob 2 with a pass to Jesse Collins, back to Carter Arnold for 3, and just in and out.
Wow.
And the home rims have not been good for the boys or the girls tonight in Longhorn Arena. Brady to Grant to Mortensen. Mortensen looks under to Brock Adams, and a good defensive play by Arnold, and it's off his foot. I believe it's going to be Altamont ball.
Good job.
And they give it to him. He threw it right off his leg.
Oh, and Coach Hoops cannot believe it. Coach Hoops. Somebody give Coach Hoops a cold towel.
I don't know if we have a replay on that, but it looks like it could have hit the ground first and then hit his leg. And so it would be.
Hold on. Coach trying to call press. And
so,
wow, just mayhem here in Longhorn Arena.
So everybody's fired up. The crowd, the coaches, especially Billy Hoops on that play, as thinks it should have went their way. Carter Arnold gives it to Cordell Taylor. Taylor for three. Oh. And, oh, man, if that would have went in, the roof would have came off this building. Taylor would have had 10 points, only has 7 now. See, he'll keep shooting as a foul is made by Caleb Thacker.
Yeah. And Thacker a little aggressive on that. Tough call.
Utah State University. Being Aggie in the Uinta Basin, no matter where you attend, your diploma will have the same 3 renowned words. Utah State University. Visit uintabasin.usu.edu for more information. Good pass there to, wow, Robinson.
And, you know, on that, it really just looked like it was a footing issue here on the L&L replay.
Yeah,
yeah, he just
good double team.
I hate that call in basketball. You know, he obviously just tripped on the foot. You know,
yeah,
and it's a tough call, but it goes that way every time.
2 guys were in the way of that play too, and so the refs didn't have a really good vision. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt there.
No, and that's a tough. In basketball, a trip is the worst. When the offensive player trips on your foot, it always goes against you. So the ball never lies, especially on that first shot. We'll see if it lies again.
So,
and it does.
Again, you know, Gavin Davis is out with the 3 fouls, and usually that makes Duchesne really one-dimensional, but big guys are stepping up on the defensive end and keeping the lead as Cordell Taylor with the dime and a great in the way.
Great press
Brock
break
Adams.
right there. That was a great press break, and Mortensen right there, ready to take the charge, and it was a good dish.
And both teams are doing a great job of getting down the court when a basket is missed or made so that those opportunities aren't fast breaks. And who's that, man? Was that Justin Sorensen
stepping in
and knocks down the 3 ball?
Justin Sorensen thought he got fouled on that one as well.
And they come back and answer on this side for Duchesne as it's 26-33. A minute and 11 to go. And it's a full timeout. So we'll take a full timeout with them and be back for the last minute for this quarter.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
And we are live here in Altamont. A minute and 11 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and still Gavin Davis on the bench, man. And that's been the story that I've seen thus far is he just can't manage to stay out of foul trouble. And I know it's got to give Coach Hoops a huge headache knowing the talent that young man has. But that's one of the things he's going to need to overcome. Gavin Davis, what is he? He's a junior. You know, he'll be back next year.
Yeah.
So
so
Coach is really probably trying to work with him on that.
As they get a carry on Jacob too.
Wow.
Pressure defense was the name of why that happened, though, as Duchesne was right here in his pocket. As they say, carried the ball.
And I didn't see it, but I'm sure the ref was right there. So good eye on the ref there.
Grant goes hard, kicks it out, and will stay with Duchesne.
Yeah, nice hustle by number 30, Carter Arnold. He's got 3 fouls on him, and still a trooper out there. 52 seconds left in the 3rd period.
You know, it's kind of a story all year, you know, Gavin Davis in foul trouble, even when they beat Union at Union, which was a really good game, all the way to the end, and they actually found a way to win without Gavin Davis on the floor.
No, and this Duchesne Eagles team, they have all kinds of talent. check out number 11 for Duchesne right now. Really like that kid, Kason Grant. He's a junior. He steps up for him. You got Jaron Mortensen, Trey Robinson, Skylar Ford, Brock Ford.
Oh, man, and Jaron Mortensen just knocks down the three.
So Jaron Mortensen, like I said, he's going to be a key player for him. And he's just, well, I apologize, he's a senior.
You know, it's tough, though, when you have an injury like he did. You know, he hurt his hand in that Milford State Championship game and had to get surgery. And it can take you a while to come back, as he's been always a really good player in basketball as well. But
and that has been the luck of the draw for the Longhorns all night. That end of the basket down there has a lid on it. They're getting great opportunities, great open looks, and somebody threw that one right at Coach Hoops.
So, yeah, like Jaron Mortensen, he had about 8 points per game last year, and he's down to 3 points per game just because he can't find that rhythm. As there's 2 seconds on the clock, do they see it? Jacob 2 throws the heave, and it's no good. So that's the end of the third quarter. Altamont Longhorns trail by 10, and this has been really a close game most of the way. And it just, you know, sometimes I just look at the score, and then all of a sudden they're down up by 10. So what is Duchesne doing here?
And yeah, hats off to Duchesne. The feistiness of them with this full court press. The players that are stepping up while Davis is on the bench. You've got Mortensen. You've got Kason Grant doing a great job. Skylar Ford, Brock Ford, Gavin Davis on the bench in foul trouble. We've got to see more from Cordell Taylor. And you've got to see more from Justin Sorensen, too. He's only got 3 points on the night. Jesse Collins is trying to do his thing as well, but 3 fouls as well. So
yeah, I mean, Jesse Collins against that LCA had 22 points, and so you know that he can score with the best of them, and he just really hasn't found his rhythm at the three-point line or even underneath tonight. And hopefully he can get him going in the fourth quarter, because they really need someone other than Cordell Taylor to step up huge for this Altamont team to get back in.
And Jacob, too, is that guy that can do it for you as well. And, you know, he's got no fouls on him tonight, 6 points. So look for him to be really aggressive here in this fourth period.
Yeah, buckle up, man. Fourth quarter is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, we've got to see two, and we've got to see Taylor really take control of this game for the Longhorns. And here comes Davis back into the ball game. How long? That is the question. How long can Coach Hoops have Davis out on the floor?
As he's going to get a charge right off the bat. Oh, my. And that's number 4.
And Coach Hoops cannot believe it. Either can Gavin Davis.
And that was a good call. I mean, you watch the replay. He runs right into him, draws the contact. Good defensive position by Cordell Taylor. Or no, actually by Arnold.
So, and that is what we're talking about with Gavin Davis. The kid just needs to learn how to bottle up that aggression and use it. It's a tough call, man. That's tough. That is tough.
You want him to play aggressive, and you want him to do his thing, and so it's just really tough to fault him for doing something like that.
You know, and he probably feels like he's being picked on. He's one of the star players. You know, everybody has their eyes on him when he's out on the floor. But he was set up from the word go on that play. They wanted him coming in, and he took the charge.
Yeah, and Cordell Taylor just loses it right there for an unfortunate turnover for Longhorns when they really need a bucket. Caden Jenkins back out to Brock Adams, and he misses the 3. And
here comes Cordell pushing the ball great.
Carter Arnold to Taylor. Taylor would be a big shot, no good, and that was a really open shot for Cordell Taylor that he's just killing himself right now that he didn't make that shot. As he'll shoot the next one, and it will probably go right through the nylon as Brock Adams with the screen from Skylar Ford dives to the hole and just off the window and off the rim, no good.
Brock wants that one back.
Jacob 2. Caleb Thacker. So they're slowing the ball down just a little bit. Know that, you know, these possessions are so vital. They got to get points.
Yeah, they've got to get a sense of urgency about them. They do not have the the ability to slow this ball down. The Duchesne Eagles are loving it, the fact that they're slowing this ball down.
They do have the ability to shoot the three, but they come up long on that one. As Duchesne, they'll look to take some air out of the ball, maybe some clock, as Jenkins throws it back to Mortensen. Another give and go right there. No, into Skylar Ford. Good position, and Ford is no good on that try too. As Carter Arnold is harassed in the paint. I mean, he lost it 2 or 3 times down the court, gets it back, and finally gets fouled.
That's 3 on Mortensen.
And
so Mortensen will check out of the ball game, and we've got multiple subs coming in for the Longhorns.
And these are the times that you really miss, McCovey Jessen, because he was one of the leading rebounders and leading scorer for this team. But some guys are stepping up big time for Altamont.
Wow.
Skylar Ford jumps up, blocks that out of the air, and it goes right back into the hands of the Longhorns. So it is out of bounds on the Longhorns with Duchesne. Duchesne to Brock Adams that appeared open.
Here we go, off to the races. Who will win? Oh my heck, he is taking a beating tonight. Carter Arnold.
And Ford says nothing easy as he fouls Carter Arnold. And one-on-one situation. No, they're just going to take it out of bounds. What's our team foul here? As you watch on the replay, as Ford's just trying to go for the ball.
So they gave that to Cameron Brady, and that's his 4th foul.
Yeah, I didn't think that was on Ford at all. As I saw that replay, Ford's just going for the ball, and he actually got all the ball.
And I like that Cameron Brady, only 3 points on the night, but he's a sophomore. I like his heads-up plays that he does, and he has a great presence on the floor on both sides of the ball.
And when these teams met in Duchesne, at the very end, Altamont hit all their free throws, and Duchesne couldn't find it at the free throw line.
So here we go, buddy.
Oh my, it's taken out of the air by Jacob too.
Oh my heck!
Blocked by Kason Grant. Jaron Mortensen with the left hand and one. Thank you very much.
Wow, what just happened? Holy smokes, so we had the block by Kason Grant. Then he takes it coast to coast with the assist to Jaron Mortensen for an and one play, potentially.
As we finally see here on the replay.
Oh, and it was a wide open look for 21 Justin Sorensen.
How about the block from the quarterback of the football team, saying, I want some block party action too.
Yes, Kason Grant, you got a full-on salute from the booth up here. That was an awesome block, and Jaron Mortensen has 10 points on the night.
Oh, wow, and we got to take a break here and take a breath. We'll be back with the last 5 minutes.
The obstetrics unit at the Ashley Regional Women's Center offers outstanding care for moms and their babies, before, during, and after the delivery. Learn more at ashleyregional.com.
By fixing it the first time, we show our customers that we care. I'm Rico. I'm a technician at L&L Motor. I've been in the automotive industry for 7 years.
I'm Amanda Kazik. I work here at the parts department at L&L.
I like being a technician. Every day is a new day, and it's cool to see a concern and be able to fix it.
They're kind of like my family, so they've really taken care of me and given me a ton of opportunities.
We value the Fix It Right First program. Try to go the extra mile for the customer.
And we are back here in Altamont, Utah with the exciting matchup with the Eagles versus the Longhorns. 28-39, some big plays made by Duchesne in the last couple minutes and in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, the Longhorns were right there. And then all of a sudden, the Eagles said no, 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 and put on a couple of impressive blocks and finishes at the rim.
And Duchesne has had a hard time this year of closing out games that they could have won. And this would be a very big game for them to win at the end of the season to get them started if they draw a playoff spot. As Jacob, too, thinks about going in, comes back to Sandoval.
And the Longhorns just taking way too much time on these possessions. They've got to get quick scores.
And Carter Arnold's fouled, but I agree. I mean, you can't take too much time. There's only 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and you know that Duchesne on the other side is just going to, draw it out and keep their possessions and make as much time off the clock as they can. As Carter Arnold misses on the front end on the one-on-one, and Brock Adams goes hard to the rim.
Wow, Brock Adams is back in the mix.
Man, Brock Adams looking like Eddie Brock Venom right there.
Wow.
Oh, my. Ripping the ball away.
So Big Zero getting in the mix. Great hustle. Full court pressure here by the Eagles.
Cordell Taylor back to 2.
And no Gavin Davis.
And right now, you're doing great without Gavin Davis as Carter Arnold puts in the layup and makes it a 9-point game. So single digits right here. If they can get a stop, as they don't there, they just leave Trey Robinson all alone, and he easily puts that one in. Jesse
There
Collins.
he is again. Oh, dang it. Nice shot, 21.
Good follow by Justin Sorensen. 5 points in the second half.
This game is not over yet. Wow. Wow, you get the flex from Mortensen.
And this is the game that they've been looking for Mortensen to step up in a big way. Being injured, all season, not really getting in the rhythm, and 2 big back-to-back plays that he gets the and one in this second half.
And hats off to Trey Robinson. Great find there. The kid's been an absolute stellar defensive player all night. Multiple blocks and great assists right there to his boy, Jaron Mortensen. Can he make the three-point play? He's leading all scorers on the floor right now with 13 big ones.
And, just having Mortensen, back in the double figures, Duchesne really could make a change and do some damage, as Carter Arnold with the steal and thrown to Caleb Thacker. Thacker to Cordell Taylor. Taylor comes up empty on the 3. 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Duchesne, they should just take, their time. They have a big lead. And a tackle right there by Caden Jenkins.
Nice hustle,
on
good sportsmanship.
Thacker.
Good sportsmanship on the floor, 44-32. These guys are clawing tooth and nail, not giving up. Gavin Davis back into the ball game.
And these rivalry games, they can get heated between players, but a lot of class is being shown by both sides, as Cordell Taylor is just short on that. He might be, a little bit fatigued on that.
Yeah.
Because he's just coming up short every time as Trey Robinson comes up long. And the ball's on the floor. Gavin Davis is in the game. I didn't even see him come out on the bench, and he puts it through.
Great job. That's 10 points for Davis.
That was some sneaky play right there, by Coach Billy Hoops to get him in the game. I didn't even see him, and then all of a sudden he gets 2 points.
What was the call on the floor there? It's going to be a shooting foul, or a bonus. 32-46, 2 minutes and 44 seconds left here in regulation.
Yeah, silly foul after, you make points on the other side and then you foul him right away. Stop the clock and put Cordell Taylor at the line and get him rhythm.
And he's got a quiet
rest.
10. He's got a quiet 10 points.
Like, when you get free throws like this, Cordell Taylor, and he makes them both, you're going to hit the net every time. So the next 2 threes are going to go down for this dude, as Jaron Mortensen and pressure by Altamont Longhorns. And that looked like almost a double dribble there, but no call. And Kason Grant goes up and fouled. I believe it's Caleb Thacker.
Yeah, that'll be on number 30, Carter Arnold. It's his 4th foul. Actually, they have him down for 5.
And so Carter Arnold has been really big on the defensive end and rebounding and getting some crucial points here in the second half, and now he's fouled out. As Grant hits the first one. Again, like to thank all our sponsors: Ashley Regional Medical Center, Jones Paint and Glass, Mountain Line Supply, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Strata Networks, United operated by SkyWest, Utah State University, Ute Tribal Enterprises, and Zions Bank.
Kason Grant hits on both of those and has 5 points on the night.
As he kicks it out to Taylor. Like I said, Taylor's going to be on fire after he hit those free throws, and he's going to go right back to the line. As who would they call that foul on?
Kason Grant, that'll be his 2nd.
I was wondering if it was him or Davis. Davis was in that area as well, but Davis,
that's his 3rd.
Talking again about Zions Bank, take it to the bank with 3 locations in Uintah and Duchesne counties, plus online mobile services. Zion Banks offers convenience and stellar service.
Speaking about stellar service, Cordell Taylor has been absolutely stellar from the line tonight.
And he was huge for him at the free throw line in the win against Duchesne.
Nice
Mortensen
job.
loses it. I think that's going to be Altamont ball. Yes, sir, Brett Brook. That is it's going to be. So 36-48.
Plenty of time left here in regulation for a run. And Coach trying to fire up his troops over here on the Longhorn side. Who will be the guy who steps up for the Longhorns?
Oh my, Sandoval for 3! Luke Sandoval with the 3!
And
number 23 showing his Jordan-esque moves. And Caden Robinson on the other side gets a layup. So off a made shot, Duchesne takes off. Jacob 2 tries to go to the lane. He is fouled.
And he's bailed out big time.
Holy cow, we got to keep up here, Brett, because there's some fast-paced basketball going on.
You bend down to tie your boot, and there'll be 6 points scored.
So Luke Sandoval drills the 3, and then they make a, off a make, they just take off.
Yeah, and Trey Robinson lays it right in. Love that kid's height and length.
And then don't take a breath. Jacob 2 ran all the way coast to coast, drew the contact, and is at the line.
He's got 7 points on the night. Quiet 7 from Jacob 2.
So even though it's a 10-point game, it feels closer.
It really does.
And this is what you get in rivalry games. You can try to throw all your stats and all your records out the window. It is all about the rivalry matchup as Davis is harassed at the front of the half-court line, and a timeout is called by Billy Hoops.
I mean, you don't get a better basketball coaching name than Billy Hoops. You don't. I mean, are you born with that name, or help me out?
Well, it almost sounds like a Hoosiers, type play. He's a really good coach, been a long time here, and, Coach on the other side, he's a great coach too, Eric Watson. But you watch Hoosiers?
Oh, come on, that's a classic.
Yeah, man. That's a great show. I'm trying to think of the main player that makes it done, man. And a minute and 50 seconds left. 10-point game here. What do you do, man? If you're the Altamont Longhorns, you're in this timeout, you're a fly in that timeout. What are you hearing from Coach Watson, Brett?
They got to speed up the scoring. They've got to speed up their scoring. They cannot slow down that pressure the ball. They've got to do a better job of stopping the Eagles in transition, but they have to score quickly. They've got to make up some points, and they're in the double bonus, so that's a plus for them.
Yeah, I was thinking that they got to come in a man-to-man defense, put pressure on the ball handler as Davis is met right there. And we'll see if they try to just kick it and take some time off the clock. As they do, they're going to have to foul soon. There's only 1:30 left on the clock. As Gavin Davis gives it back to Grant to Mortensen, and you got to foul. I mean, you do. I mean, there you go with Justin Sorensen finally creating the foul.
No, and that's what's tough when you get down to running out of time. 10-point spread, and now they're in the 1-on-1 situation.
There's Chip Gaines is the main leading guy in
Chip
Hoosiers.
Gaines, that's a tough guy name there.
He gets it done. He's like the Gavin Davis for the Hoosiers and the Eagles.
Oh, it'd even be better if his name was Max Gaines. We got a lane violation
on Duchesne, so it stays 11 points here.
So here we go. You got to get some quick scores.
As they try to get one there that just doesn't fall in. It's rebounded by Sandoval, and Sandoval has played awesome in the last 3 minutes as he hit a three and a putback there. 5 points in the fourth quarter for Luke Sandoval.
Great job, Luke. Doing a great job there. Nice hops right here on the LNL replay as you see him go baseline here. Goes up, gets contested. Here comes Sandoval. Nobody boxes him out. Bam! Second attempt. Hand down, man down. And look at the moves from the student section. I wear my sunglasses at night so I oh, sorry, I don't know.
Oh, man, that's awesome. We got Brett Brook on the mic singing on a Friday night.
That one's free.
Late, man.
That one's free. It is late.
Is that
What
the
time
Mountain
is it?
Dew talking, I think?
It's 9:06. You're talking to a couple of 30-plus-year-olds here. We're usually in bed by now.
But, I mean, this would be a huge win for Duchesne because, like I said, they've struggled. And, you know, they've won some games and lost some games, but they've lost more games. And right now they're 5th, and Altamont is 3rd. And so this can go a long way for a team that's been struggling.
No, gotta love the fight of both teams. It's been an outstanding matchup tonight. And like I said, Duchesne, they just were able to put that full court pressure on the Longhorns throughout the night. And that is what has separated them here in the point spread.
And they've been hit with some, you know, buzzer beaters, and you were a part of one.
Bam!
Oh, wow, look at that block by Altamont, not quitting, even though the score is not close. But, wow, Jacob 2 tries to put that one in. 45 seconds left, no foul by Altamont yet as they try to get the steal, but they got a foul soon.
And that's going to do it, Brando.
They're just putting the white flag up by not creating any fouls.
That's the white handkerchief.
And 30 seconds left. And this game is almost in the books. Definitely with a great road win for Duchesne.
No, good job. Hats off to Duchesne. Let's give a couple of key shout-outs to Trey Robinson. Did a great job tonight. His length really disrupted the offensive game plan for the Longhorns. And let's give it up to Brock Ford and Skylar Ford. Both did a great job with their size in the paint tonight. And you know what? Cordell Taylor came alive there. He had 13 for the Longhorns tonight, and he had numerous shots that were just in and out. The guy could have easily had 20 tonight, and it could have been a different ball game.
Completely agree. Sometimes the shots just do not fall for you, and it's tough when it's on your home court. But, you know, revenge was on the mind for Duchesne, and they were really ready and prepared for this game, and they really wanted it, and you could see it out there on the floor.
And how about the senior? I'm going to say his name loud and proud and in all caps. Jaron Mortensen, number 23, 13 points on the night. The kid was absolutely phenomenal on both sides of the ball. His presence down in the paint, he was relentless on the defensive side, and he was beautiful with the finesse shots that he gave his Eagles all night long. So hats off to Jaron Mortensen.
Wow, Gavin Davis gets the rebound and is fouled, and so he will go to the line. And
again,
that was almost like a play where the ball went up in the air and you got it? No, you got it. No, Gavin Davis got it.
So Gavin Davis, he was that's kind of been his story, is learning how to contain himself and stay out of foul trouble.
And this would be big if he doesn't foul out tonight too. I mean, because he stayed on the floor the whole game, and it's big when he's out on the floor. And he doesn't even have to score to be big. He's a great player that has great vision and can find good opportunities for other players to make shots.
No, and I would say he didn't even have that good of a game tonight, and he's still in double digits.
But Jaron Mortensen comes out with a big rebound, and again, I think you give player of the game to Jaron Mortensen, the senior. I like it, Brett.
And look at the student section right there for Duchesne.
Yeah, they come out with the Utah State, I believe that we can win chant and get it done.
I love it.
As that is the final ticks on the clock, 54-42. Great game that has been, a big rivalry matchup over the years, and it always feels good to beat your opponent, especially your rival, on the road. It's going to be a nice bus ride home for this team. Any thoughts, Brett?
Hey, Mortensen, sleep good tonight, buddy. You were an all-star tonight. So hats off to the Duchesne Eagles getting the big road win. Always a pleasure, Brando.
Yeah, shake and bake again. It's our last home game of the season in the Basin, I believe. And it's sad, man. I always feel bad about this time but man, we got baseball season coming up in a few months. We do have one more game against UNA.
I'll be there.
And Brett will find.
I'll be there.
Call it.
I'll be there.
And
so
hopefully some of these teams will make the playoffs, and we'll get to continue that coverage as well. I don't know if we have any highlights of any of the game, but right now it's 54-42, and a lot of happy Duchesne fans that came. And so, that's going to be our final score, is 54-42. I'm Brandon Jones and Brett Brook. We'd like to thank all our production company, Channel V6, and everybody behind the scenes. Have a great night.